Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have a Moto G6 with a broken screen. So the screen is still functioning and we know that the device is functioning. Underneath it, it's just the screen has some vertical lines, maybe as a result of a drop, a sharp drop on the corners or of the end on the edges of the phone. So first, we're going to remove the back panel. So this is held on by adhesives and the back plate of the board. So this one is a special case wherein you have to carefully peel off the NFC antenna or some radio antenna that right at the back of the phone over the battery. So we don't want to damage this cover. This is an essential part of the device. So we have to carefully peel it off and make sure that the cables, if any, attached to this panel will not be snapped off. So the Moto G6 is designed as a single assembly attached to the display, so that we have a back panel that is free, and then all the components are attached to the front end of the device. So that we can see the layout here is an letter J. So the motherboard is shaped like a J, just like this back panel cover. And we have at this stage we can just detach the display cable and test our own. So this is a brand new Moto G6 display that we have in our stock. This is a high quality display and it includes the glass and the LCD underneath. So we can see that the device is working just fine. It just needs a brand new display. So the display is still attached at the back, but we can now verify that the display is the only the component that needs to be replaced. So this screen replacement is pretty straightforward in terms of diagnostic. So we're going to detach it and continue on disassembling the device. So next up is detach all the cables, the antenna, the speakers, and the battery. So this motherboard is single board design and it's shaped like a letter J. We have to be very careful because some parts of this board is thinner compared to the main part that is thicker. So at this point, this is the bare bones part of the phone with the screen attached via adhesives at the front. So we won't have to detach the battery from the casing. So we have to pry it off using heat and some prying tools. We're going to speed it up because this takes a while to remove. So even though the display is not anymore usable for us, we still have to be very careful not to force it out because it might bend the main assembly, like the one we put on the table here, and we need to retrieve the parts, the speaker grill and other components that were attached to the original screen, and we won't run the risk of putting a lot of pressure to the glass and it will shatter all over the table, which is a workplace hazard. And here we are going to retrieve also the cover for the metal plate of the display. So we're just going to reuse this as much as possible. We're going to reuse the original parts from the old phone. So the brand new component that we are installing here is only the display. So we're going to clean off the old adhesives so that the adhesives on the new display will adhere to the casing right here. And this is the reverse process, the assembly of the device with the new screen. So you can't reach the screen if you don't disassemble the entire device. So you make sure that this is lined up, that the cable is safely routed at the back, and then we can put back the motherboard. So as what you can see, this process takes some time, and if you want to do it yourself, it is not really recommended. We don't recommend this at this device's design. Unlike the iPhone, which is very straightforward, that the screen is easily detachable from the whole assembly, this one will require you to tamper on the back plate, remove the motherboard, remove some sensitive electronics at the back. So we suggest that you take your phone to a professional service center, just like the CBD repair center. And here we ensure that your device is working and stays that way. So we are doing the final checks, make sure that the device is booting up. We're not going to show you the personal information of our client. So we continue on with the back panel, and finally we put on the clamp that will be curing the adhesives right to the smartphone. So if you want to have your Moto G6 or other Moto devices, Android or iPhones, just contact Sydney CBD Repair Center and like and subscribe. Call us if you need help. So till next time, guys. Cheers.